Alright. Alright. What is up, Strike Squad? So, pretty much what we are going to go over is something that was in one of my clips the other day. And it's a pretty simple league concept, but I think that it's very misunderstood at low elo. And it is the spookiest, the scariest thing in League of Legends that I just don't think people give enough respect to, especially in low elo. So, what we're going to talk about is something pretty basic. So, when we're looking at this map right now, we know that Graves is here, we know that Seraphine just showed, and we know that Samira is top, right? So we can see that we have 1, 2, 3 people on the enemy team accounted for, as I'm going bot lane to shove out this wave and try and get priority. Now, the reason we're trying to get priority in the first place is because the next big objective that's going to be coming up is probably going to be Drag or Baron, but my TP is down, so I need to get a side lane pushing before I can rotate to a team fight. That's fine, right? Alright, now we know where Orianna is. But here's the important thing as we look at this game state, is I'm out here, I'm going to hang out, and you'll see what I do. I try to make sure that as I'm clearing the wave, I'm not pushing up too far, and I'm staying close to my team here and our vision and on this side of the map, because right now there's just too much fog over here, and this is the thing that you need to be scared of and you need to start respecting in your games, especially in lower elo. When Baron is spawning, when Dragon is spawning, things like this, what happens is people get over aggressive into fog, assuming that no one's going to be there, and the assumption that no one's going to be there often will get you killed. So you'll see I just play back, I wait, I've still got eyes on where the Graves is, but I know that Seraphine was down here, and I know the Pantheon is missing. So what I want to do is I want to wait for an incoming wave first off, and then I want to play directly in the bushes. And the reason I want to play in the bushes is, first off, I want to sweep them and make sure that no one's in here. Also, if I get into a bush first, then it allows me to set up for an advantageous trade. Any trade that happens outside of a bush, utilizing fog, 9 times out of 10 is going to be a 1 trade, because you get to do a bunch of damage to your enemy before they can respond. So, watch how this plays out, right? And this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? Pantheon not knowing I'm in this bush and hitting me there makes this a 1 trade. But what I see is that I see Seraphine is coming in immediately, right? And this is something that we accounted for because we knew that she was down here. We have no way to know if she actually left the bot lane, right? Because we have no vision. So we have to assume this is a 2v1. So unless I'm comfortable fighting the 2v1, which I am in this instance because I'm 60 farm up, I've got 2 items, you know, 3 items. I've got an item lead on the Pantheon. The Seraphine's not exactly super fed, and I've got my W up, right? So I can immediately cleanse the CC and continue out this fight. Now there's 2 options here. First off, I could just run. This is a perfectly fine time for me to run out. I've pulled 2 people bot. It looks like my team is gonna win a fight top lane, most likely, so I could just get out of here. However, I'm pretty confident in my ability to play Gangplank, so I end up fighting this out, and I end up winning, which is great. But the important thing that we're going over here isn't necessarily like, oh, winning the 1v2. It's more so paying attention to the positioning of everybody around the map. It's really dangerous for me to continue fighting this at this HP and go after this Seraphine if I don't know for a fact that Samira's topside, Graves is topside, and Orianna was last seen mid, probably went back and is now playing towards topside. There's a chance Orianna could be down here, but I have vision from my wave that and a ward back here that's telling me that I know Orianna's nowhere in this proximity. So this is kind of a really short video. It's not going to be very long, right? But it's just to go over the simple concept of understanding fog and playing around it, right? And playing around your pushing waves. Now, like we said, Orianna shows up, and I die here specifically because I didn't respect the concept we just talked about, right? I have no vision here. I'm low on health. I won the 1v2. Realistically, what I should have done is I should have just backed off, or even better, the better thing to do in this instance would be to just play in a bush. Utilize fog, see if Orianna walks up and checks the bush, and potentially if I get a trade out of fog, right, that's more advantageous, then I actually kill her there. But I hope that this kind of quickly broke down this concept for you and how to respect fog and play around it in your games, especially if you're going to split push. Staying on your side of the vision, playing towards your team, and making sure that you're keeping track of the enemy around the map, and then just playing safe and being patient, sitting in a bush, taking your time, is a very important concept. So I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one.